Director of New York Tech Meetup. We're the largest meetup in the world with over 27,000 members and a nonprofit based here in New York working to build a sustainable and diverse technology industry. Since joining New York Tech Meetup in 2011, I've had the incredible opportunity to work with a rapidly growing community of technology startup entrepreneurs. I, in fact, have spent pretty much my entire adult life working with entrepreneurs. Although early in my career, they looked a bit different. They were an average of 8 years old and sold Girl Scout cookies. I started my career at Girl Scouts in Southern California, where I was first a fundraising associate and then the CEO. When I left that 100-year-old organization and began working with organizations that are sometimes barely 100 hours old, I expected to find tremendous differences. I expected to see people who were not only building innovative products, but also taking innovative approaches to work and the way that we build companies. And there is a lot that is different. The speed is different. Ideas can go from concept to creation practically overnight. Red Solo cups are seen a lot more frequently than red tape, and failure is seen as a bit more inevitable. The ping pong tables and the kegerator purring quietly in the corner make work at a tech startup look a lot different too. But I've been thinking about what happens when we strip away those symbols of tech startup life. What we're left with is people sitting at desks and tables, typing away at computers, looking like pretty much any company in the world. And it brought me to this realization that, in fact, every company in the world began as a startup. Every company began as a couple of people without much more than a big idea and lots of passion, excited to be exercising their autonomy and creativity and building something that's truly their own. But then a whole bunch of crap happens, and that amazing company turns into a giant corporate behemoth that everyone hates and writes scathing blog posts about and quits to start over again and build something new, vowing that that will never happen to their company until it does. So what happens? How do our good intentions turn into corporate hell? How do we allow ourselves to go down this path to a destination that we detest? I don't have all the answers, but I have a few thoughts. From the day that we begin a company, we start building cultural norms, a way that we do things. The organizational environment acts like a virtual agar-filled petri dish. Our processes, structures, habits, once implanted, tend to spread and take hold. The challenge for a lot of tech startups is that they don't want to address these foundational issues because they don't want to be seen as corporate. They're best friends. Why do they need to think about things like personnel policies and how they handle vacation time? That's what icky corporate behemoths do. But what they don't understand is that if they don't address these foundational issues that have structural and cultural importance, eventually their lawyers and HR people are going to take care of it for them, probably using the same templates that have been used over and over again in every company they've grown to hate. If we keep going forward without questioning, if we keep using the same templates, why do we expect that we're going to end up with companies that are any different than the companies that we've grown to hate? If we keep using these processes and structures, no wonder people have framed process and structure as the devil. But it's that because we've always done it that way, process and structure, that are the devil, not process and structure themselves. We're wasting a tremendous amount of time and energy keeping our systems the same because we don't put enough time and energy into changing them. My biggest and first attempt when I was at Girl Scouts to change the system started with me introducing a flexible work program. I decided to offer managers of a certain level and above the opportunity to apply to work from home 1 day a week. Shortly before I launched the program, one of my employees pulled me aside. She was one of the lowest paid employees in the organization, and she wouldn't qualify for this program. She said to me, "Jessica, why is it that the highest paid people in this organization get the opportunity to save money and work from home 1 day a week, when people like me, people who could use that savings the most, aren't being given the opportunity? Do you trust us less?" I was stunned. It was one of the most pivotal moments in my entire professional life. I still am grateful to her for causing me to pause and question every assumption I ever had about how we build and structure our companies and how we treat and trust our employees. We forget that every construct of work that we live with, from the 9-to-5 workday to the 40-hour work week to the hierarchical organizational chart, even unemployment, those things didn't always exist. We created them. And that means that we also have the power to change them. We need to question our assumptions about the shape that work takes. We need to put as much energy and time into building our cultures as we do building our products, because ping pong tables and a kegerator do not a culture make. Thank you.